to say hello. Well, I have some interesting information to show you. You know, some of my subscribers are, I don't have very many subscribers. I have hardly anybody watches my videos anymore. But the people that do watch my videos, they probably know who I am. You probably don't stumble on the wonderful and monumentally modest Hello Rodney. Unless you want to be here, you're probably not here. Oh, look, I took my chair away. Now I have this little stool. I can be down here instead of up there. So what I wanted to talk about, well, I'll tell you what happened. There's a personal story. I'll tell you a personal story. Some of you may know that, that I was on Prozac, and it made me, because I go like that, up and down and it's what a freaking nightmare, the roller coaster thing. So for those of you that know about that, you know what I'm talking about. But you can be like really, it's just too much. So anyway, that leveled me out. But the thing about it is that when you get leveled out, you don't have any highs, you don't have any lows. You're just like a flat line. So I couldn't take it. I took this stuff for years. So in the process of doing, I went in to get the chair. Got the chair. So anyway, I'm taking this stuff. I've had prescription for it for quite some time, Adderall. And I haven't taken it too much because I don't like the way it makes it feel, but I would take it, if I needed to really do something, I would take it and it would help me. So anyway, I've got this thing I need to do. It's a big project. It's a big project for me. I had to do all this stuff. I'm going to get involved with what it was, but it took a lot of concentrating to do it. And I concentrated and did the job. I did some Adderall in the morning, a little bit, not much, because I don't like to take a large amount of it. And I focused for like 5 or 6 hours to get that process, to get it done, and I actually got it done. So I think I may start, because I have a prescription for this, like a daily prescription, and I didn't take the daily prescription because I didn't want to have basically amphetamines in my body. But I took that and it really helped me out a lot. I would not have been able to concentrate I was doing that for 5 or 6 hours. That's the most time in one span that I've actually concentrated on a particular task and actually accomplished the task. It took about 5 or 6 hours, but I actually did it. And if it hadn't been for that, I don't think I would have been able to do it because it calms me down. It calms me down, and I think it's basically taking the place of the Prozac for me. Because when I take this stuff, I'll be honest, because I've been drinking sleeping time tea, a bunch of it, because I'm getting ready to go to bed soon. So anyway, I got everything done and I took the Adderall, so thank God for that. I was really happy about that. So I want to talk to you about something, and well, I tell you what, I'm going to just make this video about that subject that I just got through talking about, because maybe I'll title it something to where maybe it'll help somebody eventually to do something. So, well, I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to go right on through because that's the way I always do it. So anyway, the reason that I wanted to do this video, okay, Donald Trump, a lot of people don't think that Donald Trump is, this book came out. What a stupid thing. Trump has not been well served. He was not well served by Jeff Sessions when he recused himself. He was not well served by Bannon by giving this moron access to the White House. It's a lie. All this book is just a pack of lies. It's just unbelievable. So anyway, Trump's base, we're going to go, well, we'll get past this too, because Trump is a highly intelligent individual. And I'll tell you something that he did, because they think, there's some people out there say, oh, Trump, the only reason he ran for president is so he can make a lot of money. Oh, shut up. Just shut up, you freaking morons. And I can prove it to you, because I'm not a big, what would it be, accountant kind of a guy. But something happened in that legislation, that tax legislation, that really, it leveled it off. It leveled everything off. Whether you're in a poor state like the state of New Mexico, or if you're in a rich state like California or New York. Now everybody's the same on the taxes for deductions. Because what would happen that a friend of mine has a brother who lives in California, and he pays $12,000 per year tax on his house. $12,000 property tax on a house. Now, in the past, like you say, for example, you have this guy must have a very nice house to be paying $12,000 a year property tax. But there's plenty of people in big cities, big apartment complexes, all of these big places in these big expensive states that would pay tremendous amount of property tax, way more than $12,000. But the genius of Donald Trump is that he leveled it off for everybody. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference if you pay $3,000 a year in property tax or you pay $50,000 a year in property tax. You can only deduct $10,000. So the money over and above $10,000, you're going to have to send that information, send that into the federal government or whatever they do. Now, the reason that I think Trump did that is that he wants to make it fair that the millionaires and the billionaires, Bernie Sanders, the millionaires and the billionaires, they're not taking advantage of the system like that. Now, the fascinating thing about that is that if there's a person out there that's paying $50,000 in property tax, then that person is now going to have to, that $40,000, you can't deduct it anymore. So basically, what they were doing, what these big states were doing, is that they tax their people out the kazoo, and then they say, well, yeah, but you can take it off of your federal income tax. No more. Flat rate, $10,000 top, and that's it. That's the limit. So what will happen is there'll be a lot of people that are going to, they're going to be upset about it, but they have so much money they probably don't care. But there are going to be a lot of people that are in a particular type of range where that's going to be the thing that's going to send them over the edge. That'll be the last straw. That'll be the last straw. They'll sell their homes in California, New York, Connecticut, these different places, and say, forget it. We're done with this. We pay so much tax already. We're finished. And so they'll just sell off everything and move to where? I don't know. Florida, Texas, New Mexico. They'll move somewhere to reduce that expensive burden. And that's something that Donald Trump put in. So I don't want to hear any more nonsense from a bunch of people say, oh, Donald Trump, he's just doing it to make money. No, he's doing it to try to make the country a decent place again. It used to be a decent place. It's not that decent anymore. So to make America great again, he's doing a great thing. He's leveling it off. The millionaires and the billionaires up there, the millionaires and the billionaires, they're $10,000, and that's the max that they can deduct off of state and local taxes. So that's a big deal. And like I say, I'm no accountant, but it just seemed like that's going to push a lot of people over the edge to just say, forget it, we're out of here. So Donald Trump is making America great again. I'm happy about it. Everybody's feeling good. That's the lowest unemployment for black people ever in the country. It's, I think, 17. This is the first. What was it? The lowest unemployment in years and years and years. Things are going good. And the thing is that when the taxes, the reduction in taxes kick in, and people start seeing that in their money, in their paycheck, they open up their check, because I used to get a paycheck, I look at it, and you know how much you're going to get every week, and all of a sudden there's an extra, I don't know, 40, 50, 20, 80, I don't know what it's going to be depending on who you are, but extra money there, and then you multiply that times 4, and then you multiply that times 12, and that's what you get for your yearly savings on that. And people are going to say, wow, let's go out and, go have a nice dinner. People will start spending money, circulating money. It's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a very good thing. So I'm happy about it, and it's great. And, I went to a party the other night. It was a party at everybody there with all lefties. They're all lefties. And this one guy I knew, he was there, and I didn't bring it up, but, he was shocked that I was a Trump supporter, and it was like, Trump supporters are basically like regular people. We got morons out there that think every Trump supporter's this and that and the other thing. Basically, people I think are just trying to, I'm voting for my daughter. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Trump, I love Trump, I think he's great. But I'm voting for my daughter and my grandchildren, because I want them to have a future. When we have a country that's going to be being taken over by robots, when it's the jobs are going to start to become a little more scarce. So I want to have the country secure, with a secure border, so that we don't have just. See, the interesting thing about that is that Democrats want all of these people flooding the border so they can have cheap labor. So they can have votes. And the Republicans want the cheap labor. So we're kind of in a screwed up thing. We got the Democrats wanting them to come on in, and we got the Republicans wanting them to come on in, and the people that are in the middle, the people that are on the low rung, the people like me, people are on the bottom of society. I'm not on the bottom of society. I'm like a couple of steps above, but thank God for that. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be unemployed. There's a lot of people out there homeless, unemployed. They can't make ends meet, and then all of a sudden they got this little crappy job, and they're doing their little crappy job, and all of a sudden here comes a wave of people that are going to even take them and get rid of them, because these fucking people, man, they're gonna get the lowest labor that they can get, and I really like Trump, because he's trying his best to get the wages up. And the way the wages get up is by having plenty of stuff for people to do, and not having an overabundance of labor. We don't need another million people coming here that don't know how to do anything. No, we don't need it. Build a wall. Keep them out. No, that's very harsh. If it's so harsh of you to say something like that, stop locking your door at night. Stop locking your car when you go someplace. If security's no big deal, then hey, either live it or understand that other people have a point of view. I'm Hella Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.